train's arrived, thank God. What time is it? It's almost 2. It's light out. How late was the train then? At least 2 hours. Look at me. What an ass I made of myself. I came here expressly to meet them at the station and suddenly overslept. Dozed off, sitting up. Most annoying. I'd wish you'd woken me up. Thought you'd gone. Here, I think they're coming. No, they've got to collect their luggage, this and that. Lubov Andreevna has lived abroad for 5 years. I don't know what she's like now. She's a good person. Easy to take without airs. I remember when I was a mere boy of 15, my late father. He worked in a little shop here in the village. Punched me in the face so my nose was bleeding. He was drunk, and for some reason or other, we'd come into the courtyard together. Lubov Andreevna was young and so slim then, and I remember it so clearly. She took me to the washstand here in this very room, the nursery. She said, "Don't cry, little peasant, it'll all heal in time for the wedding." Little peasant. True, my father was a muzhik, a peasant, but here I am, decked out in a white waistcoat and yellow shoes, a pig in a china shop. The only thing I'm rich now, and I have lots of money, but take a good look at me. I'm as peasant as they come. I was reading this, but I couldn't understand anything. I fell asleep reading it. The dogs didn't sleep all night. They sense that their masters are returning. What's with you, Dunyasha? My hands are trembling. I'm going to faint. You're too sensitive, Dunyasha. Dressing like a lady, and your hair is like a lady's. You mustn't do that. Know your place always. These are from the gardener, and he says to put them in the dining room. And bring me some kvass. Yes, sir. The morning frost now, 3 degrees below freezing, but the cherry trees are all in bloom. I can't approve of our climate. I can't. Our climate can't conduce itself at all. And Emily Alexeyevich, allow me to append that I bought myself new boots 2 days ago, and I assure you, they squeak just impossible. What can I grease them with? Leave me alone. I'm fed up with you. A new disaster befalls me every day, but I don't gripe. I'm used to it. And I smile even. I'm going. There. There, you see, excuse the expression, by the way, such a circumstance. It's remarkable. The truth. Emily Alexeyevich is that Erkadov has proposed to me. Ah! I don't even know what. He's a quiet man, but sometimes he starts talking and you can't understand anything. It's nice and full of feeling, only you can't understand any of it. I think I may even like him. He's madly in love with me. He's so unfortunate, though. Every day something happens to him. We tease him about it. 22 disasters. There. I think they're coming. Coming? What's the matter with me? I have the chills. They're here. Let's go greet them. Will she recognize me? We haven't seen each other for 5 years. I'm going to faint. Oh, faint. Ugh. Let's walk through here. Do you remember, Mama, what room this is? The nursery. It's so cold. My hands are frozen stiff. Your rooms, the white one and the violet one, are just as they were, Amochka. My nursery, my darling, beautiful room. I used to sleep here while I was little. And now I'm like a little girl again. And Varya is just the same as ever, like a nun. And I recognize Dunyasha. The train was 2 hours late. How do you like that? My dog eats nuts, too. Imagine that. We've been waiting so long for you. I haven't slept for 4 nights on the road. I have the chills now. You left during Lent. It was freezing and snowing, but now, my dear, we've been waiting for you, my dear. My light and joy, I have to tell you now, I can't wait another minute. Something again. The clerk Epikotov proposed to me right after Easter. You're always talking about that. I lost all my hairpins. I don't even know what to make of it. He loves me. He loves me so. My room, my windows, it's as if I had never lived. I'm home. Tomorrow morning, I'll get up and run out into the orchard. Oh, if I could only fall asleep. I didn't sleep the whole way. I was all worried. Pyotr Sergeyevich arrived here 2 days ago. Petya, he's sleeping in the bathhouse. He's staying there. He doesn't want to be in the way, he says. I'd awake him, but Varvara Mikhailovna told me not to. Don't wake him, she says. Dunyasha, coffee, quick. Mama wants some. Just a minute. Well, thank God you're here. You're home again. My darling's back. My beautiful girl's back. What I've been through. I can imagine. I left during Passion Week. It was cold then. Charlotta talked the whole way during her magic tricks. Why did you foist her on me? You can't go by yourself, darling. It's 17. We get to Paris, and it's cold and snowing there. My French is awful. Mama lives on the 5th floor, and I come up, and she's there with some Frenchman ladies, an old abbey with a book, and the room is smoky. It's not homey. It's suddenly made me feel so sorry for Mama, so sorry. I hugged her head and couldn't let go. Later, Mama kept snuggling up to me and crying. Don't, please don't. She'd already sold the summer house near Mentone. She had nothing left, nothing. I didn't have a penny either. We barely made it back, and Mama just doesn't understand. We sit down for a dinner at the station, and she orders the most expensive things and tips the waiters a ruble each. Carlotta does the same, and Yasha, too, demands a serving. It's just awful. You know, Mama's lackey, Yasha. We brought him back with us. I saw the rascal. How are things? Have you paid the interest? Not a bit of it. Oh my God, oh my God. They will settle the estate in August. Oh my God. Ugh. I feel like smacking him. Varya, has he proposed to you? But he loves you. Why don't you have a talk? What are you waiting for? I think that nothing will come of it. He's busy and has no time for me, pays no attention to me. Never mind. It's so hard for me to look at him. Everybody talks about our wedding. Everybody congratulates me, but there's nothing there. It's all like a dream. Your brooch is kind of like a little bee. Mama bought it in Paris. I flew on a hot air balloon. My darling's back. My beautiful girl's back. I go about all day, darling, taking care of the house. I dream that we marry you off to a rich man. Then I'd be at peace, and I would then go see the elders at the monastery, then to Kiev, to Moscow, and so on. To walk from one holy place to another, just walk and walk, so heaven-like. The birds are singing in the orchard. What time is it now? It must be after 2. Time for bed, darling. So heaven-like. May I pass through this way? I can hardly recognize you, Yasha. You've changed so much abroad. And who are you? When you went away, I was this tall. I'm Dunyasha, Fedor Kozyev's daughter. You don't remember? Fresh as a cucumber. What was that? I broke a saucer. It's a good sign. We should warn Mama that Petya's here. I told them not to wake him up. Father died 6 years ago. And a month later, my brother Grisha drowned in the river. An adorable 7-year-old boy. Mother couldn't take it and walked away, walked without a backward glance. How well I understand her. If only she knew. And Petya Trofimov was Grisha's tutor, and he might remind her of it. The mistress will be served her coffee here. Is it ready? You. And the cream. Oh my goodness. Oh, you nincompoop. Back from Paris. The master, too, used to travel to Paris in a carriage. What was that, fires? What's your wish? The mistress is back. I made it till she came. I don't care if I die now. What was it? Let me think. The yellow into the corner? A bank shot to the center. A cut shot to the corner. Once upon a time, sister, you and I slept in this room, and now I'm 51 years old, strange as it may seem. Yes, time flies. Who? I said time flies. It smells of patchouli here. I'm going to bed. Good night, Mama. My precious baby girl. Glad to be home. I still can't get over it. Goodbye, Uncle. God bless her. How you resemble your mother. Luba, when you were her age, you looked just like her. She's exhausted. It's a long journey, I guess. Well, gentlemen, it's after 2. It's high time. You're the same as ever, Varia. I'll finish my coffee and we'll all go. Thank you, dear. I drink coffee all the time. I drink it day and night. Thank you, my dear old man. I'll go and make sure they've brought it all the luggage. Is it me really sitting here? I feel like jumping and waving my arms in the air. What if I'm only dreaming? God knows I love my homeland. I love it dearly. I couldn't even look out the window without crying. But I must have my coffee. Thank you, Fears. Thank you, dear old man. So glad you're still around. The day before yesterday. He's hard of hearing. I've got to catch a 5 o'clock train to Kharkov. That's annoying. I wanted to see you and to talk a little. You're still as magnificent as ever. Even prettier. Wearing Parisian style. She'll make me lose my head. Hook, line, and sinker. Your brother Leonid Andreevich says that I'm a boor and just a rich peasant. But I don't care in the least. Let him talk. I only hope that you trust me as before and that your amazing, touching eyes always go on gazing at me as before. God have mercy. My father was your grandfather's and father's, sir, but you did so much for me at one point, more than anybody else, that I've forgiven it all and love you like family, and even more than family. I can't sit still. I can't. I'll never get over this joy. You can laugh at me. I'm a foolish woman. My dear little bookcase. My little table. You know that Nanny died while you were away. Yes, may she rest in peace. I read it in a letter. And Anastasia did too. Peter the Quinti left us and is now living in town at the police commissioner's. My daughter Dashenka sends her regards. I feel like saying something nice and cheerful to you. I have to leave. No time to talk. Well, I'll do it briefly. You already know that your cherry orchard is being sold to pay off your debts. The auction is set for the 22nd of August, but don't you worry, my dear. No need to lose sleep over it. There's a way out. Here's my plan. May I have your attention? Your estate is only 16 miles from the town. The railway was built nearby, and if you were to take the cherry orchard and the land by the river and split it into lots and then lease them for summer cottages. You'll have at least 25,000 rubles a year in income. Pardon me, what nonsense? I don't quite understand you. Ermolai Alexeyevich, you will charge the summer people at the very least 25 rubles a year per 3 acres, and if you publicize it now, I'm willing to bet you anything that come fall you won't have a single plot left. They'll all be taken. In short, congratulations, you've been saved. The location's perfect, the river's deep. Only of course, you'll need to fix up and clean out some things. For instance, you'll need to tear down the old buildings, this house, which is no longer any good, and cut down the old cherry orchard. Cut it down. My dear, forgive me, but you don't understand anything. If there's one interesting or even remarkable thing at all in this district, it's our cherry orchard. The only remarkable thing about the orchard is that it's very big. It produces cherries once every 2 years, and even then you don't know what to do with them. Nobody wants to buy them. The orchard is even mentioned in the encyclopedic dictionary. Unless we can think of something and come up with a plan, then on the 22nd of August, both the cherry orchard and the estate will be sold at an auction. Make up your mind. I swear to you, there's no other way out. No, none. In the olden days, 40 or 50 years back, they used to dry the cherries, soak them, marinate them, and make jam with them, and sometimes, be quiet, fears, and sometimes they would send carts of dried cherries off to Moscow and Kharkov and make so much money. The dried cherries were soft, juicy, sweet, and fragrant. They had a way to prepare them. So what happened to it? They forgot. Nobody remembers it. What was it like in Paris, eh? Did you eat frogs? I ate crocodile. Imagine that. Up until now, in the countryside, we only had landlords and peasants, but now we have summer people. All the towns, even the smallest ones, are surrounded by summer cottages now. And it's a sure thing that in 20 years' time, summer people will have multiplied to an incredible extent. Today, a person is sitting on his balcony, drinking tea. But he could start cultivating his land, and then your cherry orchard will become a happy, rich, and gorgeous place. What nonsense. Mamochka, there are 2 telegrams for you here. Here they are. They're from Paris. I'm finished with Paris. And do you know, Luba, how old this bookcase is? A week ago I took out the bottom drawer and I saw some numbers burned into it. The bookcase was made exactly 100 years ago. How about that? What? We could have celebrated centennial. It is an inanimate object, but still, it's a fine bookcase. 100 years. Imagine that. Yes, that's quite something. Dear, esteemed bookcase, I salute your existence, which has already for over 100 years been directed towards the bright ideals of goodness and justice. Your silent call to productive work hasn't weakened over 100 years, supporting for generations in our family the optimism and faith in a better future, and cultivating in us ideals of goodness and social awareness. Well, you're the same as ever, Leonia, from the ball on the right to the corner, cut to the middle. Well, it's time for me to go. You want to take your pills now? Don't take any medicaments, my dears. No harm or benefit in them. Let me have them, my dear. There. You've lost your mind. You swallowed all the pills. What a bottomless pit. They were here Easter week and ate half a pail of pickled cucumbers. What was that? He's been mumbling for 3 years. We're used to it. Advanced in years. Excuse me, Carlotta Ivanovna. I haven't said hello to you yet. If I let you kiss my hand, then you'll want my elbow, then my shoulder. I have no luck today. Show a magic trick, Carlotta Ivanovna. Carlotta, show us a magic trick. Don't. I wish to sleep. We'll see each other in 3 weeks. Goodbye for now. It's time to go. Till we meet again. Till we meet again. I don't feel like going. Should you make up your mind on the cottages, let me know, and I'll get you a loan of 50,000 or so. Think about it. Do go already. I'm going. I'm going. A boor. Actually, excuse me. Her suitor. Varya is getting married to him. Uncle, you talk too much. Well, Varya, I'll be delighted. He's a good man. He is. To tell the truth, a most worthy man. And my Dashenka also says many different things. But still, dear madam, lend me 240 rubles to pay off the interest on my mortgage tomorrow. No, we don't have it. It's true, I've nothing at all. You'll find it. I never lose hope. I thought all was lost once and I was done in, but then they built a railway across my land and paid me. Something else will come up, if not today, tomorrow. Dashenka will win 200,000 and she's got a lottery ticket. We had our coffee and can go to bed now. You've put on the wrong breeches again. What am I to do with you? Anya's asleep. The sun's up already. It's not cold. Take a look. Mamochka, what lovely trees. And my goodness, the air, the starlings are singing. The garden's all white. You remember, don't you, Luba? This long path goes straight all the way, straight like a stretched out strap. It shines on moonlight nights. Do you remember? You haven't forgotten? Oh, my childhood, my innocence. I used to sleep in this nursery, look out into the orchard from here, wake up happy every morning, and it was just the same then as it is now. Nothing has changed. It's all white. Ah, my orchard. After a dark and inclement fall and a cold winter, you're young again, full of joy, and the angels of heaven haven't abandoned you. If only I could lift the heavy burden off my shoulders. If only I could forget the past. Yes, and they'll sell the orchard to pay off the debts, as strange as it may seem. Look, our dear mamma is walking in the orchard in a white dress. It's her. Where? God bless you, Mamochka. Nobody's there, I imagined that. On the right at the turn off to the gazebo, a small white tree is blowing down. It looks like a woman. What a marvelous garden. This mass of white flowers, the blue sky. Luba Andreevna, I only wanted to bow to you and I'll go away. I was told to wait till morning, but I didn't have the patience. It's Petya Trofimov. Petya Trofimov, your Grisha's former tutor. Have I changed that much? That's enough. That's enough, Luba. Petya, I told you to wait till tomorrow. My Grisha, my boy. Grisha, my son. There's nothing we can do about it now, Mamochka. It's God's will. There, there. The boy perished. Drowned. What for? What for, my friend? Anya's asleep in there, and I'm speaking so loud, raising a ruckus. Well, Petya, why have you lost your looks? Why have you grown old? In the train, a peasant woman called me a mangy gentleman. You were just a fine boy then, a nice student. Now you have thinning hair and these glasses. Don't tell me you're still a student. I guess I'm an eternal student. Well, go to bed, you two. Have grown old, Leonid. So to bed then. Oh my God. I'll stay the night here. If only Lubov Andreevna, darling, I could get 240 rubles tomorrow morning. Same old song. 240 rubles to pay off the interest on the mortgage. I don't have any money, my dear. I'll pay it back, dear. A trifling sum. Well, there's nothing I can do. Leonid will give it to you. Leonid will give it to you. Nothing doing. What are you going to do? Give it to him. He needs it. He'll pay it back. My sister hasn't lost her habit of squandering money. Get away, young man. You smell of chicken. You're still the same as ever, Leonid Andreevich. Who? What did he say? Your mother's here from the village. She's been sitting in the servant's room since yesterday. She wants to see you. What in the world for? Shameless. Who needs it? Couldn't she wait till tomorrow? Mamochka same as ever. Just give her a chance and she'll give everything away. Well, when many different cures are offered to treat an illness, then it means that the illness is incurable. I'm thinking, straining my brains as hard as I can, and I've several cures, many cures, and so really not at all. It would be good to inherit a fortune from somebody. It would be good to marry off our Anya to a rich man. It would be good to go to the city of Yaroslavl and try our luck with Aunt the Countess. After all, the aunt is very, very rich. God willing. Don't cry. My aunt's very rich, but she doesn't like us. In the first place, my sister married a lawyer, not a nobleman. Not a nobleman, and it's not as if she's been virtuous. She's nice and kind and charming, and I'm very fond of her, but no matter what extenuating circumstances you produce in her defense, you have to admit that she's a wanton woman. You sense it in the slightest of her movements. Anya's in the doorway. Who? Amazing how I just got something in my right eye. I can't see well out of it. Thursday when I was at the district court. Anya, how come you're not asleep? I can't fall asleep. I just can't. My little sweetheart, my child, you're not my niece, you're my angel, you're my all. Trust me, believe me. I trust you, Uncle. Everybody loves you and respects you, but Uncle, dear, you need to keep quiet, just keep quiet. What were you saying just now about my mother, your own sister? Why were you saying that? Yes, yes. Yes, really, it's awful. Oh my God. Oh my God. And today I made a speech to a bookcase. So stupid. And only when I'd finished did I realize how stupid it was. Dear Uncle, yes. You really ought to keep quiet. Just keep quiet, that's all. You'd feel better yourself if only you would just keep quiet. I'll keep quiet. I'll keep quiet. But let's talk about this. On Thursday, I was at the district court, and a few of us met there together, and we started talking about this and that and the other, and I think it's possible to arrange a loan against the promissory note to pay off the interest to the bank, with God's help. I'll go in on Tuesday and talk to them again. Don't cry. Your mother will talk to Lopakin. He won't refuse her, of course. And you, as soon as you are all rested, you'll go to Yaroslavl to visit the Countess, your grandmother. So, you see, we'll attack it from all three angles, and it's in the bag. We'll pay off the interest, I'm sure of it. My word of honor, I swear to you. The estate will not be sold. I swear on my happiness. Here's my hand. You may call me a dishonorable wretch. If I allow the auction to take place, I swear to you with my whole being. You're so nice and so clever. Now I feel so much at peace. I'm at peace. I'm happy. Leonid Andreevich, have you no shame? When are you going to bed? In a minute. In a minute. You can go, Fears. All right. I'll get undressed by myself this time. Well, children, nighty-night. I'll give you the details tomorrow, but now go to bed. I'm a man of the 80s. You don't hear much praise for that period, but still, I can say that I've endured plenty for my convictions. There's a reason the peasants love me. I assure you, we've got to get to know the peasant. We've got to know how. You're at it again, Uncle. Please keep quiet, dear Uncle. Leonid Andreevich, coming, coming. Go to bed now, off the two sides and into the middle, putting the clear one. I'm at peace now. I don't feel like going to Yaroslavl. I don't like my grandmother, but still, I'm at peace now, thanks to Uncle. It's time for bed. I'm going. We had an unpleasant incident here while you were gone in the old servants' quarters, as you know, where only the old servants live. Efim and Polya and Evstemnia and Karp too. They started letting some crooks in for the night there. I didn't say anything, but then I heard they're spreading rumors that I gave orders to feed them only peas, out of stinginess, you see, and it was all Estinyi. Very well, I thought, if that's true, I was going to teach him a lesson, so I called Estinyi. He comes in. How could you? I say to him, Estinyi, you fool. Anya, dear. She's asleep. Let's go Betty by. Come. My darling's asleep. Come. Shh. She's asleep. Asleep. Let's go, my darling. I'm so tired. All the bells, dear Uncle, Mama and Uncle. Let's go, my dear. Let's go. My sweet sunshine. My spring.